Take Flight.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Take Flight. And today I just want to give you guys a couple tips and tricks on how you can still earn travel points even if you don't have a credit card. Remember, I said in one of my other videos that there's something in this game for everybody. And if you're someone that's not as fortunate to have credit cards or be able to get one, maybe your credit's not where it's supposed to be, but you still want to jump in this game, it still is possible. Now, you got to do a little bit more work to get value, but it's still possible. And I'm going to run down a couple scenarios that may help you guys out. First thing you can do is you can utilize debit cards to get percentage back on some of the purchases that you already made. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I will say that, be careful when using some of these debit cards. In my opinion, what I would do is I would never just have one debit card. I would probably have multiple debit cards to use as a buffer. For example, if I have all my money in one account, I probably wouldn't use that debit card. I would probably have that debit card tucked away somewhere, locked up in the safe at home, and I'll probably never use it, right? I would probably use other debit cards and I would just transfer money into those accounts as needed. That way, if something happens, you lose your debit card or some type of fraud, all of your money is not at risk. So, I would definitely say move with caution if you have to go this route. But again, it is possible if you take certain precautions. Now, I just name off a couple debit cards offhand that I can think of. You got the United debit card. Believe it or not, United Airlines actually has a debit card. Now, it's not going to earn much. It's going to give you 1x back in United points if you shop at United. And then I think it's going to give you 1 mile for every $2 spent on everything else. So, not great value there, but you can use it if you need it. We also have the Southwest Rapid Rewards debit card. That's going to give you 1x back points, cash back. Then, of course, you also got the Discover debit card. Now, I actually have this debit card. I do use it. I don't use it to earn points, but, I use this debit card to pay certain bills that charge me a fee for using a credit card. I do have a couple utilities like that. So I just use this debit card. And I do get 1x back on those purchases, but it's nothing that's that I rely on for travel, anything like that. And I might get a couple cents in my account, every month for doing that. But that is a great debit card. That's going to give you 1x back on anything that you buy with that debit card. You also have the Wyndham Rewards debit card. That's going to give you 1x back on Wyndham purchases. I don't know what it gives you back on everything. Probably 1 point for every $2 spent, like the rest of them. And then you have one of the best debit cards that I can think of that's out right now is the PayPal debit card. Now, this debit card is special because it's going to give you 5x back in categories of your choice. Now, these categories usually are like gas, EV charging, groceries, apparel, stuff like that. And you can choose which category you want to earn that 5x in. And the limit, I think, is $1,000 per month. Now, again, with all of these debit cards that you have, you do have a lot of options. But, I would probably suggest, using multiple of these cards. For instance, the PayPal card you can use for the 5x, and then maybe use your Discover debit card as like a catch-all debit card. So you get 1x back in everything and then 5x back on your chosen category. So that might be a great option. Now you might say to yourself, okay, you're getting 1x back in cash back. You're getting 5x back in cash back. How am I going to accumulate enough cash back to be able to, buy a airline ticket or get a hotel? Well, this is where the magic happened, because you want to utilize certain things like shopping portals, like dining programs, right? You want to sign up for every hotel membership if you can. For instance, Hilton, Marriott, ISG, you know, if you stay at these places. All of that combined can definitely help you earn some points for travel. For instance, you know, if you just so happen to be shopping online, you know, why not use the American Airlines shopping portal while you're at it? So, you know, you can go in there and do shopping that you normally would do. Then you'll get, you know, you get 1x back on your debit card. Then you'll also get whatever American Airline points is being offered for that purchase. You also got United has a shopping portal. You know, Delta has a shopping portal. Alaska Airlines has a shopping portal. And one of the most popular shopping portals that's out right now that's giving out a whole slew of points is none other than Rove Miles. Now, I've signed up for Rove Miles. I'll leave a link in the description. I haven't earned a bunch of points on Rove yet because I haven't really used it myself yet. But I'm hearing a lot of people ranting and raving about Rove. They saying that it's the future of earning miles. I don't know, but I am seeing some very great offers, you know. So again, if you do not have a credit card and you only can operate using debit, it is possible to still earn points. Now, again, like I said early in the video, use precaution when using debit cards. You know, again, in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would not use my main account or my main debit card to make any purchases online. It's just not safe. You don't really have the buffer that you need. I would actually have that debit card over here somewhere in the cut, and then I would have other debit cards I use as a buffer for that main account. That's just how I would do it if I had to do that. But yeah, check out Rove Miles, check out Alaska Shopping, check out American Airlines Shopping. Also, sign up for the dining programs. All of these, you know, Hilton has a dining program, Marriott has a dining program, and how it works is you add your debit card, you sign up for their program, add your debit card, and it has a whole list of restaurants that you can earn these points on. So if you are a Hilton loyalist, you know, sign up for the Hilton dining program. And every time you just so happen to go to that restaurant, you'll also earn Hilton points. This is things that you were going to do anyway, right? The same with American Airlines. They also have a dining program. So sign up for all the dining programs. Now, the only thing about the dining programs is you can't sign every card to that program because somehow they're all connected. So you got to choose one, right? Or have multiple debit cards for each one. So I don't know if you want to go through all of that, but you know, for instance, if I have the Discover debit card and I connect it to my Hilton dining program, okay, I can't take that same debit card and connect it to, let's just say, the Marriott dining program. As soon as I do that, I'm going to get a message and say, hey, you use this debit card for the Marriott program. It has automatically been taken off of the Hilton program. So it's all connected. So you got to either choose one or the other, or you got to have multiple debit cards for each separate dining programs. So do with that information what you will. Oh, like I said before, sign up to be a member at your hotel of choice, or all of them if you want. You know, again, if you are a Hilton loyalist, become a Hilton Honors member, and it's free for everybody. If you're a Marriott loyalist, sign up for Marriott. If you're an ISG loyalist, sign up to be an ISG member, and so on and so on. All of this will help you earn points in that particular ecosystem. And and remember, y'all, you're doing all of this without a credit card. So like I said, it is possible. Will you earn points fast? Probably not. But, you know, some of these debit cards do have sign-on bonuses. Like, for instance, the United debit card. If you spend $500 within 4 months, you'll get 10,000 United points. So, I mean, that's decent, I guess, for a debit card, you know? So, again, it is possible. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And any of y'all who are actually using these techniques now, get in the comment section and let me know how it's working out for you. But again, we appreciate y'all time. We will see you in the next one. Peace, travel safe.
Let's take take flight.